Welcome to Learning with Mr. P. I'm Robert Patmore. We're going to be starting with the very first area that all artists need to start from, and that's learning how to see. So let's get going. Hello, grade 7. Let's go for our first theory classes. Now, our classes will be split into two forms. One, we're going to be doing some theory, which is writing, talking, investigating. And the second will be practical. We'll be creating, designing, and developing. But first, we have to listen, understand, so that we can then do. Now, let's get on with it. It is common to believe that words and sounds are the main means of communication. But communication started with the arts. No matter your mode of delivery, the use of things visual will always create an impact to make understanding easier. Think of it like this. Art is a thought, an idea, an opinion, a feeling, a fact that is shared to convince someone or to have them think about your view. Now, think of it like this. If your idea is a balloon, it's always interesting that the most exciting part that people have with balloons is not just blowing them, but having them pop. That gives us some sense of excitement. But just imagine for a second that we hold onto that balloon a bit longer, just like an idea, to have some time with it, to allow it to float, to bounce, to play around, to develop into something that leads to other things. Just like ideas, we think about them, but the more we spend with it, is the more it develops into something else. So grade 7, let's learn the language of ideas, or as we call it, the language of art, so that we can communicate with the world. You see, languages all start with parts of speech. Art is no different. So when we go to language, the first two parts of speech that language starts with will be verbs and nouns. In art, we call them principles and elements. Let me explain. Just like verbs, action words, principles, actions done, identify how we use the elements to create an idea, or in language, a sentence. So our ideas will be what we're using to communicate or to speak. So we have them in sentences or paragraphs. So our principles identify how we use these elements to create these sentences or paragraphs. Now, just like nouns, naming words, elements, name of things used, identify what is used to create this idea. So they are the words of that sentence. Join me in class number 2 and let us take a look at 5 art elements and how principles of art are used in or to create art pieces. See you then at another art class with Mr. P. This was Art with Mr. P. For questions, comments, or any help you need with artwork, just visit us on Facebook. We'll be happy to aid you in any way we can. Thanks for watching. Have an art day.